Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. We're doing your this is the craze of YouTube right now in our little community at Eat Read Love. We have added, okay, so we just keep growing in this channel. Okay, Vedic sidereal astrology. This is gonna be a general prediction based on your ascendant, which is ascendant in Pisces or moon in Pisces. Just to give you guys a big heads up, which is a disclaimer that we have to say here, is that you always have to look first at your own Mahadasha and your own Antardasha, which is your Subdasha, before you can go for a transit. And again, this is general, but how accurate it is, it's still, it's gonna be, we're gonna try to get as accurate as possible because even though it's general, just like what you've seen with my tarot, it still manifests. It's the magic of basically the occult. Okay, so with that being said, we also have a wonderful guest for the series of videos for the rest of the year, which is Dr. Pai. Here you go, Dr. Pai.
Namaste to everybody and to Sal, to your viewers, Sal as well. Great to be here talking about what is in store for Pisces Ascendant and Moon for the month of January 2020.
Okay, so now here we're gonna listen now to Dr. Pai with what we're gonna experience for January 2020. Take it away, Dr. Pai.
Okay. Great energy for Pisces for the month of January with Jupiter coming into their 10th house. 10th house is all about wanting to get that authority back. 10th house is also about commerce for them. So if you have been investing into some stocks or something, this is the time, I think, post September, I think it will start, giving you good returns. If you're looking for something long term, I think this is the best time to invest in a long term, even in your career, because, career, professional development, continued professional development, skills development, all of these areas I think you're going to look at for the month of January and for the rest of the year as well, because Jupiter is going to be there in the 10th house for you. Now, what also this signifies with Jupiter coming there, 10th house is also shows your work condition. I think with the eclipses happening in the 10th house, and another eclipse happening in the 4th house for you. The lunar eclipse on the 10th of January is happening in your 4th house. So that is one area that I would think you will be working, because the alignment is in the 10th and 4th. So home and work will be those areas of your life where you will be more focused on for this month of January. Also, 10th house shows your status, and also it shows what sort of name and fame. With Jupiter coming there, and in the month of January with Saturn going to move to your 11th house, it's excellent. 11th house Saturn transition for Pisces, Ascendant and Moon, that can't be anything better than that. So Saturn is going to move out of your 10th house, going to the 11th house. So it's really going to stabilize your finances, your long-term investments, and all of that. It's also the house of rewards. So you're going to get rewarded at your workplace for the merit of your work that you have been doing. If you're looking for a pay rise this year, it's going to happen. Maybe the whole process of wanting to get a review, an appraisal by your bosses might be happening in the month of January. That's what I see. Another theme that I'm seeing is definitely there might be some business related travel, short travel, because 3rd house Lord Venus going to the 12th house. Yes. 12th house is foreign travels. Mm-hmm. Okay, 3rd house Lord going there also sometimes can mean that you might want to see going for a travel with your partner as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, 12th house also going for a holiday, going to a retreat with your partner. Okay, like a yoga retreat, like a thing, so that can be very much possible. Another thing that I'm also seeing in the chart is Mars in the 9th house, 2nd house Lord. So again, for Pisces, very good time for you in terms of doing that spiritual advancements, doing that, mantras, doing those books. I think you are going to buy a lot of books. Jupiter represents books as well. So you might want to increase your library. You might just see a book in a bookshop and you want to buy that. It's by maybe, like a book like Autobiography of a Yogi. You want to practice yoga. You want to join a yoga institute or a yoga studio. Great time, because Jupiter represents yourself as well, because the first house. So it's also about wanting to, also what I feel is for Jupiter, Pisces, some beautiful combinations I'm seeing which is happening. I've talked about this in another video, because Moon and Jupiter are going to form a very good combination for this month, and that happens when Moon is in square to Jupiter. Okay, so with Pisces ascendant and Moon, it's on the 2nd of January when the Moon will be in Pisces transiting. So for those people, it's going to form a good yoga, because the 10th house Lord with your 5th house Lord. In Vedic astrology, we call them Rajyog. When they are there in your natal horoscope, when they're together, we call them Rajyog. Rajyog means kingmaker. So, so 2nd of January, it's a good time. 10th of January, it's going to happen in Gemini for them. Moon will be Gemini again, squaring with your, so that's good for you. 16th of January and 23rd of January and 30th of January. So I feel it's a fantastic time. These dates have given you a good for you for any sort of development work that you want to do, because Jupiter brings growth. Remember, wherever Jupiter is aspecting, it's aspecting your 2nd house of income with the 5th aspect.
Yes.
Okay, it's aspecting your 6th house. If there were long ailments that you're going through, you will find a cure for those ailments in this transit. Definitely, you will find a good doctor who will be able to heal you, will be able to cure you. Okay, and it's in the 4th house, so home improvement, home life will be better. So this is in short what I wanted to say about Pisces.
Perfect. Now, what we're looking at for all the viewers, when we say that it's aspecting, okay, so we're looking at the 10th house, and Jupiter being in its own home, it's also looking at your 2nd house, okay? So am I correct, right, Dr. Bar? It's looking at your 2nd house. That's why it's good for your finances and environment. Remember, 2nd house is and things that you can be that you are touching at the same time, and this is also how people are looking at you. This is the the 2nd house, which is for you. It's gonna be, of course, it's Aries. So you are looking good to everyone, basically, from your 10th and also to your 2nd house. So this is a good time for Pisces. I feel like this is very, very positive. At the same time, of course, we're looking at your 4th house. So Jupiter is gonna be looking at that. How to say this? It's gonna look at your comfort zone. Okay, so it's gonna be very, very good time for you to feel good, especially with Venus right now. With earlier part, what Dr. Pai was mentioning is in the 12th house, and Venus loves to be in the 12th house because it is a house of bed pleasure, okay, long distance travel. This is foreign land also, so this can be the time, since Venus, it rules love and partnership. If you are involved with someone, you're dating, you're in marriage, this is the perfect time for you guys to have a holiday, in the middle of winter. Okay, so but it is a perfect time. If the opportunity is there, then this is the time you're gonna get out of winter, on the way to Bahamas, down in South America, enjoying basically your Coco Mo. So this is what we're seeing with Venus in the 12th house. Okay, so Dr. Pai, with everything happening, because people are concerned, of course, with their career, with their job, and it's in the 10th house. Saturn is exiting the 10th house. It's been there for the past 2.5 years. End of January, it's finally out. What kind of expansion, as far as like the solar eclipse, is happening also in their 10th house, and Jupiter is there? What are the expansion that you're seeing for the Pisces ascendant and Pisces moon?
I think a couple of things I've also seen, people would want to go on pilgrimages or go to energy vortexes during this time. Okay? And expansion, not only in their career, but also what I see there's expansion in their home. maybe they want to expand their home, because wherever Jupiter aspects, it's just going to expand that. It's just going to magnify that. And with Rahu in the fourth house, if you're definitely wanting to add an additional room, or maybe you want to add a conservatory, where you can sit, or maybe you want to have a nice big garden with some waterfall and everything, it's just going to make it look more beautiful. And Rahu is definitely going to help you in the fourth house for you, for Pisces, Moon, and so fourth house is very, very auspicious for that. And so comforts, conveyance. You might be looking to get a bigger car. If you are, you're having a smaller vehicle, you might want to say, oh, a family is getting bigger. We are going to have another addition to this family. We'll have another kid. We want to need to have a bigger vehicle. For those people who are in education, excellent time. Basic education, conveyance, happiness, private life, beautiful time.
Okay. So, for you guys to, a better understanding, have you ever ordered that mattress where it's like in a box right now? And, it's like, it's the craziest thing. I forgot what it's called, but it comes in a box, right? It's sealed, there's airtight in it, and it's like, it's almost flat, right? So Jupiter, okay, when it goes to a house, okay, it releases that energy of expansion. Just like that mattress, it does not care if you only bought a twin size frame, but if it's a king size, then it's gonna just keep growing. So that's what Jupiter is activating at home and in your career, and it's also in your pilgrimage. So you would have now this energy. Jupiter is providing you this expansion, and remember, you are ruled by Jupiter, and that's why you are gonna be experiencing this happy energy. Jupiter is happiness, so it's gonna be a good time for you to to connect also with your spirituality at the same time. You'll be very, very happy, I feel like, with regards to this transit of Jupiter, looking at your fourth and your 10th house. So, Dr. Pai, any last words that you guys you want to share to everybody's watching?
I think there's no better time for Pisces Ascendant and Moon than to repay their debt this year, because it's aspecting their sixth house of debt, ailments, sorrows, worries, everything. It's all going to dissolve. I think you'll be looking at fresh breath, fresh energy. Any legal lawsuits, any litigations that has been going on for a long, maybe this is a good time for you to resolve them. Expression, acquisition, comfort, learning, also being more emotionally more aligned, balanced, and centered. I think it's all there wonderfully coming up for Pisces Ascendant Moon this year. Not only in the month of January, I would say it is just going to continue that with Saturn moving to the 11th house for them. It's going to be just fantastic.
Okay, that sounds perfect. So for people who are wondering, I was talking about Casper, the mattress. Now I remembered it. Okay, so it's gonna be a very good time based from Dr. Pai's prediction. It's amazing later on parts of the year, of course, as Jupiter has to sit there, a little longer. It goes to different nakshatras. So, but right now you will feel the energy every time that Jupiter enters. It just wants to grow, and this is the perfect time for Pisces Ascendant and Pisces Moon to grow. Now, just to give you guys a heads up, of course, Saturn going to your 11th house, that's a very perfect time. When Saturn is in the 11th house, because remember, he's going to be there for 2.5 periods before it goes to your 12th house. Saturn will give you a gift to hold on to before you go to your sadisati. You will have important networks, friends that you can count on. You are going to be provided the help before it moves to your 12th house. So this is going to be a 2.5 period where Saturn has your support with your friends and network. So it's perfect time. You will have some people stable with you. And it's important to be consistent in these networks that you are going to be having. In the income that you're having, it's going to be also good for you to start saving before you enter 2.5 years from now. So if you're watching me 2.5 years from now, it's too late. No, I'm kidding. No, it's not too late. Okay, but just to give you guys a heads up. Okay, so now that so we reached that point, and I know you guys are enjoying all this astrology talk with Dr. Pai. If you guys need to have a consultation, we have Dr. Pai's information right there in the description box for all your consultation needs. Again, I consult Dr. Pai, so I would highly suggest, for especially it's a good year. Don't consult in the good and the bad. And this is a good time, then might as well consult. This is the best investment, especially coming Saturn coming to your 11th and Jupiter in your 10th. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I will see you guys again next month for February for your Vedic astrology prediction. Have a wonderful January. Bye.